Hello colleagues. Somehow I got on the article The Best Presentation Software in 2022. Not that any of these cloud-based presentation apps are new to me, but I was tempted to do a little research to see if there might be something better than Canva.com in some way. I admit I use Canva's free account for small tasks, which actually makes me biased, but judging by Google Trends, it's hard to tell if the author of an article on Zapier.com is also biased. Therefore, I will try to be constructive in my comparisons and pay attention to the non-standard features of these services. So how will the comparison work? Since the Canva.com service is the undisputed leader according to Google Trends, we will hold a mini tournament between 6 services from the article, and the winner of this tournament will meet with Canva in the final. If you like this content, then do not forget to subscribe to the channel and like this video for the final to take place. So let's start with 2 services, Beautiful.ai and Prezi.com. The main criteria for evaluation at the start of testing are: service price, ease of using of the service, quantity and quality of functions, integration with other services, localization, that is, the number of languages available, although, in all these visual services, this is not a significant criterion. The assessment also takes into account that I work individually. The service should cover a specific task. In my case, it is nearly 1 to 2 presentations per month, while we also do not forget to go on vacation for 3 months. The cost of solving a problem should correspond to this problem. While testing Beautiful.ai, I was greeted by a quick and relaxed tutorial. Even with a cursory review, the main functions of the service became clear. The service is definitely easy to use because at each stage of working with the service there are conditionally no more than 5 visual blocks, in which, by simply clicking, it becomes clear the functional purpose of the blocks and how to use them. When using the service, there were no thoughts that the service lacks any functionality. Accordingly, in terms of the number and quality of functions from me, the service also has a high score. Because the functionality of the service involves not only color palettes and presentation templates, but also various slide and block templates. In addition, each slide block can have its own functionality. Here you can insert images, work with video, direct connection with stock images, block positioning, add graphics and tables, and much more. In general, in blocks, I did not remember a single presentation that would not be closed by blocks from this service. Disadvantages of functionality: I did not find how to move blocks on a slide, that is, there is no free movement, they can only be moved to a given position in the template. Perhaps there is such a function, but for me, it is not transparent. But perhaps this is not a bug, but a feature, thus the service narrows the role of the user's creative flight of thought, returning it to the framework of working on a presentation in generally accepted standards. Of the integrations with other services, I found only integration with Dropbox and Slack, while there is no documentation for developers or API. From localization, only English, while there is a section on the site in which they compare themselves with competitors. And there is even a comparison with the Prezi.com service. In this comparison, the information does not look relevant. But let's move on to our second service. Prezi.com also has an abundance of features and templates. The list of presentation templates seemed larger than in Beautiful.ai. The color palette of Prezi.com simply offers templates that have the selected color, while in Beautiful.ai the choice of the color palette allows you to change the design of different presentation templates, which is more flexible and convenient. Working with blocks is displayed in a convenient interface. Each block is available for moving and scaling. The blocks are better structured, but at the same time, I noticed a significant drawback. Although there is a block with charts, I did not find a block with tables, that is, tables need to be assembled from different blocks, which is a significant drawback. Tariffs are similar to Beautiful.ai, but a little more flexible, especially considering the program for educational institutions. There are even some analytics functions, but there is no simple function for commenting on a shared presentation. At the same time, there is a free plan, and some of the functionality has become available even without entering a credit card. Since the service has related services related to video and design, Prezi.com has more tools for integrating with other functionalities and services. For example, the ability to record a video and display a presentation at the same time looks curious. No developer tool was found, but at the same time, there are more integrations than Beautiful.ai, although it is rather problematic to understand that they exist. Localization, currently 9 languages. Unfortunately, there is no Ukrainian, but at the same time, there is no Russian, thanks for that too. In addition, I can note that when searching for some moments through Google, I came across presentations from other users. This feature, apparently, is not very good for studying this service, but it is definitely good for indexing public presentations by search engines. Summary. Beautiful.ai is a simple and lightweight service for solving any kind of business task related to creating presentations. The service limits the user a little in the flexibility and creativity of using blocks but gives the user the ability to focus the user on the main thing, on the presentation, within certain standards, or what can be considered as such. Using the service, for my personal preference, would cost $144 if paid annually. Or, taking into account the monthly payment price of $45 per month for 9 months, $405 would come out. That is, it is only suitable for permanent use. Prezi.com is also a simple and easy service for solving creative problems related to creating a presentation. More features and integration options. Using the service would cost the same $144 if paid for a year, or $180 if paid monthly, although it is not clear whether it is possible to pay monthly if a yearly payment was already selected. These user interface specialists and marketers. It must be understood that in this comparison the services were used for a quick assessment, and in the working use of the services, the comments about the services could be different, but in general, this would hardly affect my final assessment. Also, when assessing, we projected services to a specific situation and task, which may not coincide with your situation, which may change the assessment. The services are hard to compare because they are slightly different target groups of users, but today the winner is Prezi.com because it is more suitable for given conditions and compared criteria. Who listen to the end, do not forget about the like. You are my heroes. Peace.